On Global TV News Express, Tinubu declined assent to NDLEA bill over crime proceeds clause and business federal government to equip 3 million Nigerians with technical skills. And on the foreign scene, Russia airstrike killed one in Ukraine. And in sports, Adesanya enters UFC Hall of Fame. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has declined assent to the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency Bill 2025 into law. The president's decision not to sign the bill passed by both chambers of National Assembly was contained in a letter read in the Green Chamber during plenary. The president, citing Section 58, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, explained that the proposed law seeks to empower the agency to retain a portion of the proceeds from drug-related crimes, a move, he said, contradicts existing financial regulations. Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin has reaffirmed his loyalty to President Bola Tinubu, referring to him as the political father and pledging to execute any directives issued by the president. Over now to Ramsey Enoch Agbo for details.
Speaking to journalists at the National Assembly, the Deputy President of the Senate, Jibrin Barau, provided an update on the upcoming Constitution Review Town Hall meetings set to take place nationwide, highlighting the collective nature of President Tinubu's success. Barau stated that when the president succeeds, we all succeed.
Whatever the president, let me tell you, I'm very loyal to him. Yes, but you see, Mr. President is a very kind-hearted person. When we had a problem in Kano, he was the one who resolved that issues for us and made it possible for me to be given the ticket to come to the Senate. He stood by me to become the Deputy Senate President. So if today, if the time comes, and he said, I want you to work with me, what I will say, thank you, sir.
Senator Barau also outlined the Senate's comprehensive approach to the Constitution review process, stressing the critical role of inclusivity and public engagement. He revealed that the Senate Committee on Constitution Review has received numerous memoranda and bills from Nigerian citizens and civil society organizations.
To have zonal public hearings where we allow Nigerians will be given the opportunity to come in to ventilate their views with respect to their to whatever they feel should be done to the Constitution. So what we are going to listen to hear from these people, from our people in the zones, is not restricted to what we have got. It's an open space for people to bring in whatever they want to bring.
Senator Barau emphasized that the hearings are open to all Nigerians, regardless of profession or social status, welcoming participation from professionals, academics, grassroots representatives, and every citizen interested in shaping the nation's future. Ramsey Enoch reporting for Global TV News.
The senator representing Edo South, Neda Imasuen, has decamped from the Labour Party to the All Progressive Congress. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, announced Imasuen's defection during plenary session through an official letter. Kike Lomo Okere reports.
The senator representing Edo South, Neda Imasuen, explained that his decision was after extensive consultation with his constituency and political leaders throughout the Edo South Senatorial District. He expressed his desire to align the district with the current administration's focus on development and renewable energy initiative.
This decision follows extensive consultations with my constituents, my political stakeholders, my supporters across Edo South Senatorial District, who have expressed their desire to have me enter a party that will give our people national prominence and political relevance. I want to align my senatorial district with the development and the renewed hope agenda of the current administration. My defection is necessitated by irreconcilable internal crises and leadership challenges within the Labour Party.
The senator requested that his letter be read aloud in the Senate and recorded in the official proceedings. Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has met with leaders of registered political parties in Abuja ahead of major elections across the country. Top on the agenda were preparations for the Federal Capital Territory Area Council election and Anambra governorship poll. Our correspondent Kabir Hassan was there for Global TV.
It was full house at the INEC Conference Hall in Abuja as representatives from various political parties gathered to receive key updates from the Commission. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, during the meeting emphasizes that campaign activities must end 22 hours before election day in strict compliance with the electoral guidelines. The INEC chairman revealed that 3.5 million voters have registered ahead of the election, and a final list of the 16 candidates have been released for the forthcoming Anambra election.
Going by the timetable and schedule of activities for the FCT Area Council elections, party primaries end on Monday, 30th June 2025. You have the next 3 weeks after that date to tidy up your documentation and upload the list of your candidates to the dedicated portal from the 21st of July to 11th August 2025.
The Commissioner scheduled a series of by-election for Saturday, August 18, 2025, to fill vacant seats of the National and State Assembly across 12 states. INEC chairman explained that the vacancies arose from resignation, death, and court order annulments. However, he confirmed that the by-election will not be conducted in 2 state constituencies, Kana 2 in Rivers State due to a state of emergency, and Talata Marafa South in Zamfara State, which is subjected to the ongoing legal procedures.
Campaign in public by political parties commenced 2 weeks ago on 11th June 2025 and will continue until midnight of Thursday, 6th November 2025, that is 24 hours prior to election day. During that period, we expect political parties to adhere to our regulations and guidelines for meetings, rallies, processions, and campaigns already available again from our website.
As the countdown of the election continues, INEC says it remains committed to transparency, inclusiveness, and credible electoral process nationwide. Hassan Kabir, reporting for Global TV.
The Nigerian police have arrested 26 suspects for their alleged involvement in the recent massacre at Yelwata community in Benue State. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, made this known in Abuja while briefing journalists. Security correspondent Kike Lomo Okere was there for Global TV.
While addressing journalists in Abuja, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, says 47 villagers were killed, 2 attackers were killed by the police, and over 100 others were displaced. He pointed out that majority of the suspects were arrested on June 22, 2025. The Inspector General of Police also revealed that 22 suspects have been arrested for killing 12 travelers in Plateau State, while 5 persons have been arrested for killing 2 persons in Benue State this week.
I am pleased to inform you today that 26 persons directly connected to this crime have so far been arrested and their weapons recovered. On 19th June 2025, 2 prime suspects who were masterminds of this attack were apprehended from their hideout. This arrest led to the arrest of 7 other suspects the following day, 2006. 2025. 9 of the passengers were murdered, and 3 sustained injuries before our teams could intervene and rescue the remaining 22 victims. So far, 22 suspects have also been arrested in connection with this gruesome act of mob violence. They too will face the full wrath of the law in court.
While decrying the trends of reprisal attack in the country, the police boss says the police will leave no stone unturned to arrest perpetrators. It therefore called on Nigerians to reject violence and embrace peace, regardless of ethnic or religious affiliation.
Let the world know that Nigeria will not bow to terror. Our people will not be silenced by fear. We are not helpless. Nigeria is not hopeless. These criminals may have struck, but we will strike back with the full force of the law. We are not retreating, we are advancing. And we will not stop until every Nigerian can sleep with both eyes closed.
The arrest is coming barely a week after President Bola Tinubu directed the immediate arrest of the killers others who perpetrated the heinous killings of over 100 people in Yelwata community in Benue State. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
There was a heated uproar on the Senate floor following the presentation and review of the ad hoc committee's report on the emergency rule in Rivers State, specifically concerning the screening and approval of the chairman of Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Over now to Samuel Odi. He has details.
Tensions rose as lawmakers debated the nomination of Michael Ode, a non-indigent, for the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission chairmanship. The appointment sparked strong opposition from several minority party members. Senate Minority Leader Abba Moro and 2 other senators voiced their disappointment, highlighting that the earlier appointment of a sole administrator, also not from Rivers State, had already generated controversies.
And you know that there were some eyebrows raised when he was appointed administrator. Now he has gone to pick a Cross River person again to become chairman of the
I think order, please. Minority, 1 second, 1 second.
At the end of the day, if you say it's politics, there is no problem with it, because we are politicians and these policies have brought us here.
That the committee has reported, I'm okay, but let it be on record that I don't see the necessity of having somebody from another state chairing a local election committee of another state.
If the argument you are giving me now is that you want to get somebody out of Rivers so that the person that will be in charge of this will be unbiased in any way, that is a different thing. But the people should be carried along.
On the other hand, Senate Leader Bayemi Bamidele and Chief Whip Senator Tahiru Mongunu defended the nomination, insisting that no constitutional violation had occurred.
The case of Rivers is a peculiar situation. It's an emergency rule. I have all the respect for the people of Rivers State. All the 6 other members, the 6 members are from Rivers. But the chairman we are bringing because we need all the neutrality that we can get.
Despite the disagreement, the report was overwhelmingly adopted by voice votes, confirming the appointment of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission's chairman and members.
Well, as a leader, as a minority leader, I'll give you the chance to speak, but after that, we go to a committee of vote, then we put the nomination to vote.
Thank you.
If you want to defeat it. If it goes fine, but I want to, they can't defeat it. It's politics. Order, please.
Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
Ahead of the upcoming elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released a full list of 110 political associations seeking registration. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu said this at the 2nd regular consultative meeting with media executives in Abuja. Priscilla Obasi reports.
Addressing media executives at the INEC 2nd regular consultative meeting for the year, the chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, confirmed that the commission has received letters of intent from 110 political associations seeking registration as political parties ahead of the future elections, and assured that all applications are being processed in accordance with the law and the commission's 2022 regulations and guidelines for political parties. Professor Mahmood Yakubu emphasized that the Commission will remain transparent and impartial in processing all requests, regardless of the social status of the promoters.
As you are aware, the election will be held in 68 constituencies, made up of chairmen and their deputies for the 6 area councils, namely Abaji, the Abuja Municipal Area Council, Amak, Buari, Babalaga, Kuje, and Wali, as well as 62 wards for the election of councillors, drawn on the basis of 10 wards for each area council, except Amak, which has 12 wards on account of its population.
Professor Yakubu also dismissed claims that the Commission is stalling or acting under political pressure, describing the allegations as baseless. He noted that except for 6 newly received applications, all letters have been acknowledged, and the full list, including proposed party names, acronyms, and pretend officers, will be published on INEC's website and social media platforms.
The Commission will continue to update you on these and other electoral activities. I urge you to monitor these activities. At the same time, I wish to appeal to you to promptly upload your applications for accreditation of media personnel for the Anambra State Governorship election holding on Saturday, 8th November 2025, as soon as
INEC chairman provided updates on 2 major electoral events, the FCT area council elections and the Anambra governorship election, where campaigns are currently ongoing, and called on media organizations to submit applications for accreditation ahead of the November 8th polls. He also announced plans to resume continuous voters registration (CVR) and conduct pending by-elections, with details to be released within 24 hours. Priscilla Obasi, Global Television.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Express. When News Express returns, federal government to equip 3 million Nigerians with technical skills. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and
For that important lubricant meets the standard requirements of the regulator, thereby preventing adulterated lubricants from entering into Nigerian market. Sharon Ajay completes the story.
The Executive Director of the Hydrocarbon Processing Plants, Installations and Transportation Infrastructure, Francis Ogeri, emphasized on the need for the lubricant importation regulations as well as to drive production growth and boost economic progress and confidence in the Nigerian market.
To do that is to streamline, to meet the shortfalls, like you said, 30–40%. But if people are encouraged to produce and they know that we can streamline the 60% that is coming in, then everybody will be compelled to come and invest. And that's the basis of what we are doing.
The Assistant Comptroller General of Customs, Umar Aliyu, has affirmed the customs' readiness to collaborate with all stakeholders in the industry to ensure effective regulation of lubricants.
So it's part of the permit that all the stakeholders that are involved in this industry that will look. And the sensitization that is now going on now within the stakeholders is one of the key approach, because
the Executive Director of the Lubricant Producer Association of Nigeria, Luban, Emeka Obidike, has beckoned on the industry to strengthen the already existing lubricant plant for a more efficient production.
The authorities should be talking of how to strengthen the existing lubricant plants. You see, there's no country that can achieve true greatness with overdependence on foreign products. Every government at every level does everything to strengthen a policy that will help the manufacturing sector.
It has been observed that before the law was put in place to check adulterated lubricants imported into the country, such lubricant did not only damage vehicles but the economy at large. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
The Nigerian Senate has approved a further extension for the capital component of the 2024 national budget, moving the implementation deadline to December 31st, 2025. Now, this decision was made during plenary session following the presentation and rapid passage of an amendment bill to the Appropriate Act, which was read and passed with all three readings in one sitting. Uyi Agbomofuegbe has the rest of the story.
The debate was led by Senator Solomon Adeola, chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriation, who justified the extension by emphasizing the need to complete ongoing projects under the 2024 budget and citing revenue constraints that have delayed capital project execution.
Allow, among other things, the procurement process to be completed, money to be released for the implementation of the capital component of these budgets.
To ensure that no project is abandoned in the course of implementation of the budget, and coupled with the financial inflow challenges that the government experienced, there is a need to extend the capital component of this budget.
Some senators, including Abdullah Yahaya and Abdul Ningi, criticized the repeated extensions as indicative of weak execution capacity within ministries, departments, and agencies, urging the federal government to provide explanations and calling for a committee inquiry.
Have committed their resources, conducted government work, did everything, but up to now their payments have been stalled. And there are so many projects, some ministries where even no work has been done in terms of going through the appropriation processes. So I think we need to know what really is happening. So
I'm going to bring a motion subsequent to the passage of the bill, which says the Committee on Appropriation and Finance should investigate the recurring dismal of non-implementation of the capital component and report back within 1 week or two.
Those who have done their jobs, committed their resources, cannot be paid. The benefits of the budget that we all took time to work on and passed has not gotten to the people.
I think that unless we take it very seriously up with the Ministry of Finance, this Parliament will become an embarrassment into itself.
Deputy President of the Senate, Barau Jibrin, who presided over the plenary, ruled in favor of the bill following the adoption of the Senate Committee on Supplies report.
The Committee on Appropriations and Finance have the function already enshrined in our rules to do that. So what we are trying to do is to emphasize the need that they should do the needful and then report back to us.
This marks the second extension, with the initial one having shifted the deadline from December 31, 2024 to June 30, 2025, after a request from President Bola Tinubu. In a similar development, the Chamber considered and passed the Nigeria Police Trust Fund Amendment Bill, seeking to extend the duration of the trust fund from 6 to 12 years, with the aim of enhancing police training, equipment, and facilities. Without opposition, the bill was read for the second and third times, following the required suspensions of Senate Rule 78, subsection 1.
Of the bill, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, is basically to amend Section 2, Sub 2 of the Extant Act to extend the duration of the trust fund as established by the Act.
Both bills now await concurrence by the House of Representatives before heading to the President for assent. Uyi Agbomofuegbe reporting for Global TV News.
In sports now, Jiu-Jitsu for medals begin at the 2025 African Fencing Championship in Lagos, the continental powerhouse Egypt showcasing their dominance by winning the tournament's first gold medal. 150 fencers from 18 countries across the continent are competing at Charterhouse, Lagos in the 23rd edition of the tournament. The 5-day tournament was opened with the men's EP and women's frill individual event, with the contest decided by first to 5 hits in 3 minutes. Former two-time UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame on Thursday today, as his epic 2019 clash with Kelvin Gastelum joins the promotion's prestigious fight wing at the ceremony at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, USA. The northern-born New Zealander 5-round interim middleweight title battle at UFC 236, which has won via unanimous decisions, will be enshrined alongside other legendary contests like Forrest Griffin vs. Stephen Bonner, Matt Higgs vs. Frank Tugger II, and Addison Silva vs. Chael Sonnen as part of 2025 class. As we end the Global TV News Express, let's take a quick look at our top stories again. Brought to you that President Bola Tinubu has declined to sign the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Bill 2025 into law. In business, the federal government says it is putting up a project with a goal to equip 3 million Nigerians with technical skills to create 1.5 million jobs. And on sports stories now, former two-time UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame on Thursday today, as his epic 2019 clash with Kelvin Gastelum joins the promotion's prestigious fight wing at the ceremony at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, USA. Now that's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms I'm showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.